hello, and welcome to hopefully another edutaining episode of Create Simple Meals, where you know our only three rules are: you must have passion, you must have patience, and you must be willing to practice. So, a couple of little things coming out the gate. Some things gonna change. I've been in consultation with a talent agent, and so you're gonna see a couple of changes on the show. It's not gonna be too much, but we are gonna make some changes on the show. Hopefully you like them. Hopefully it's pleasing to you. But thanks to the good support of all my viewers and fans, I caught the eye of a talent agent. So hopefully Create Simple Meals is about to go to a whole new level. Now, so today what we're going to do is some taquitos. Real simple. Now, I'm going to tell you how this recipe came about. Was it last week? I had for Labor Day, cooked a bunch of chicken, way too much. And I'm like, I'm not going to waste this food. So what I did was, because you know you had the barbecue season on it, I chunked all the chicken up, and then I actually soaked it in some water to get most of that season off of it. Then I put it in a food processor, a little bit of onions and bell peppers, and initially I had made some chicken patties with it, which if you visit createSimpleMeals.com, you will see the recipe for that. But I also added in decided to do it this way. After I froze it, thought it out, I said I'm going to do another recipe with it, and this one we're going to do is some taquitos. Very simple. Can you give me some spray oil out here? It's going to be real simple. Basically, the leftover shredded chicken, we're going to put in this pan here, and we're going to heat it up with some green salsa, just a regular old green salsa or enchilada sauce you got a can. Add salt and pepper to taste. I know I hardly ever say salt and pepper to taste. The full recipe will be on createSimpleMeals.com. But a little salt and pepper to taste, and my favorite ingredient, a little bit of cumin. We're going to warm that up. Then we're going to roll them in some corn tortillas with a little bit of pepper jack cheese. Fry those up, and I also made a real simple aioli, which basically some mayonnaise, some chihuahua, I'm pronouncing it wrong. You know the Mexican hot sauce, chihuahua, whatever it is, and a little bit of cumin and a little chili powder. And we're going to have that with that. So let's go ahead and get started. While you're sitting there waiting for us to get this thing heated up, please, please, please share this video with your friends and let them know, come on, check out Create Simple Meals. Let me get this started. Again, so one of the new formats, the recipes, so that we're constantly throwing them up in your face, the recipes are all located on createsimplemeals.com. You can go on there, check them in, type in chicken taquitos, and the recipe will come up. But I will walk you through it as we're going through here. Hey, Stinks, I see my daughter just popped in. All right, so once this gets a little bit warm, we can go ahead and add in So for the chicken, it's one of them days, got ADD. It's one of them days, you know, you come home from work and you got to cook, which is no different. I mean, I cook a couple of times a week, not including Tuesdays when I do the show. But one of the things is you come home from work, not chamoy. Chamoy is the sauce you put on the ice cream. But you get to work and you got to deal with a bunch of people that's getting on my dadgum nerves. Then I still got to come home and cook. Much like the rest of y'all. Y'all have a full day at work dealing with a bunch of people that you may or may not like. And then you got to come home and cook. So hopefully, watching Create Simple Meals, you'll see just how simple this is. So we're going to add about maybe a cup or so of that enchilada sauce. You use enchilada sauce, you can use salsa. Since I'm using chicken, I just figured that the green sauce would go better with chicken than the red sauce, but you're welcome to use whatever you want. This is one of them, you know, leftover meals, or what my mom used to call it, the fend for yourself night type meals. We can take something out. Your kids could even do this. We're going to add in about a half a teaspoon of salt, because as I told you, I basically soaked all the seasoning off of it because this was barbecue meat. We don't want to have barbecue in well, I guess you could have barbecue taquitos. We didn't want to have barbecue in that, so I basically just, and nothing major, just literally put them in a bowl of water, Let it sit overnight, drained it out, that was it. Again, my favorite season, if one could have a favorite season, about a half a teaspoon or so, a little bit less than half teaspoon of cumin. I'm waiting for my buddy Charles to pop in and be like, is that cumin in there? Yeah, it's cumin in here. And we just gonna mix this up. You're not getting it hot, you more or less just getting it kind of warm. So because you're gonna roll this up real fast. We basically done with that part right there. Now make sure my fire is up. And again, please let me know if how the new format is working for you. Let's see here. Move this off to the side. Now, so the corn tortillas. Where my toothpicks at? You literally gonna take, let me see, can I switch another view? You literally gonna just take your corn tortillas, roll them out, add just a little bit of meat. You don't want to go crazy because you still got to roll these things. Grab some cheese and a toothpick. Get a couple of them out because we're going to need them. And we're going to go ahead and roll them on up and pin that. And we're not going to sit there and let y'all watch us roll 55 million taquitos. We're going to do about 3 or 4 of them. You don't want to overfill them. And a little bit of that cheese in there. Now warm your tortillas up first. I'm hoping I ain't got to rewarm these up because I did warm them right before the start of the show. But they will crack on you. If so, we're going to turn this burner. Matter of fact, let me go and get it started just in case I got to switch to it. Add a little bit more of that. We're going to do one more of these. A little bit of pepper jack cheese. Yeah, because that one gone. Pin that together and let me do one more. If these fall apart, which y'all will see, we're going to heat some up and do it again. Huh? No, so I'm not so much afraid of meat falling out. It's whether or not the tortilla shells are pliable enough. Now, I'm going to be honest, folks. I prefer flautas, which I started to do flautas instead. But I ended up grabbing corn tortillas instead of flour tortillas. But I got some flour spinach wraps in there. And you know me, I'll adjust on the fly in a minute. Yep, because them going to go ahead and... Yeah, folks, we're going to have to go and heat some up. So give me a second while I heat some of these up. Because I had warmed them up and they're starting to fall apart. So let me go ahead and warm up a little bit more. And then do me a favor, grab them spinach wraps out there. Because if these corn tortillas keep falling apart the way they are, we're going to have to go ahead and switch to flour, which is my preferred anyway. Again, if you just now tuning in, folks, we are doing a very simple leftover chicken taquito meal, which basically we take some leftover chicken, we shred it up, put a little seasoning, salt and pepper to taste. I add a little cumin to mine and a little bit of enchilada sauce. So I'm putting in some green enchilada sauce, mix that in there. We're going to roll the taquitos up with some pepper jack cheese, and we're going to go ahead and deep fry them. For the full recipe, visit createsimplemeals.com, and that will give you all the step-by-step ingredients. Huh? Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be mixing keto in with everything else. Now, I'm gonna show you how I think, because I ain't going to waste what I'm already done. I'm just going to rewrap these up and do a double taquito. So you don't never have to, as the fact that I'm using leftover chicken lets you know I am a big fan of not wasting food. So since these didn't hold the way I wanted to, I'm going to put them in these tortillas with just a little bit more meat and wrap them up, and we're going to save the day on that one. All right, now that one should be just right. So I'm going to go ahead and put that right on in there. I guess y'all thought I was joking about that, huh? Might well add some more cheese since you got twice the breading. That one sits there. We're going to pull this one right on up. Let it flip open. A little bit more meat. And we're going to work fast so these things don't cool down and start trying to crack them before we fry them. Add that one to there. And we're going to do, one more. Oh, wait a minute. Got to grab one of these already got done. Let's go ahead and get that one up. All right. And we're going to tuck these, and we're going to go on over to this fryer and lay these in as neat as possible as we can. That was hot. We're going to lower these in nice and easy. And while those are doing their thing, we're going to make a super flauta. I forgot these tortillas, these flour ones, are a little bit bigger than what I was thought in my head. So while them are gone doing their fry up thing, we're going to go ahead and turn this off. Nah, we're going to do this one just to show you just how much easier flour is to use. This, I guess, is more like a a chimichanga. After we fry it, though, we can cut it in half. Grab me a knife, will you? Go ahead and see how this is looking. Yeah, they doing a little bit of dance for us right now. And you just frying them, folks, until they get a nice little golden brown to them. Thank you. Have me a little watermelon Ciroc and some lemon juice. Go ahead and move this one into this other one, and we're gonna go ahead and drop this big one on in there. Hey, Keisha, what's going on with you? Appreciate you for tuning in. All right, we're gonna go ahead and Drop that one in there. In the meantime, we can go and take them out. You know, sometimes I be doing some not so brainiac-ish things. Like I just noticed when I dropped that one in there, and y'all saw me and didn't even say nothing. I didn't put the toothpick in it. So we're going to see if that one hold together. But I doubt very seriously if it will. All right. So that's pretty much it. Let me go ahead and lower this down and watch this other one. Oh, you just, yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm hungry and rushing and not paying attention to what I'm doing. All right, so basically just to recap, we took some leftover chicken that we had grilled, washed all the seasons off, just chunked it up and soaked it, put it in the food processor and chopped that up. To that we added in, put it into a pan with a little bit of green enchilada sauce, but you can also use any salsa that you choose. Rolled that in some corn tortillas. As you see, that didn't work that well for me because I didn't heat them up properly. And then you pin them, put a little jack cheese in there, and fry them. So now we're going to go ahead and give these a taste. Let me turn this fryer off. And I'm going to try with a little bit of this aioli sauce that I had made earlier. Uh-oh, I thought I had a... And the aioli sauce, real simple. Ain't no recipe for this one, but I'll tell you, since y'all here watching. Mayonnaise, cumin, a little bit of chihuahua, the Mexican hot sauce with the lady on it. I don't know the name of it exactly. A little bit of that and some chili powder. And we can go ahead. This should be done cooled down now. Maybe it's not. We're going to go ahead and wait because that's still kind of hot. Y'all will see all unperceived accidents on Create Simple Meals. But if I know something about to happen, I'm going to go ahead and stop myself before I make a fool of myself on this camera, which is hopefully in front of hundreds of thousands of people. Yeah, we're not going to do that right now. We do that when it's over because I got to pin it again. All right, so we're going to see how this one turned out. Over here, turn this alarm off. This is supposed to have been flauta. Grab my tongs. It actually didn't do too bad. Again, I know I should have pinned it, but y'all was watching and didn't even tell me. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and slice that one up. And that's hot, so we're gonna give that one a minute. And these are still kind of smoking hot, so I'm gonna cut this one in half. This is why I see why on network shows, why they always do the pre-cook. Because fried food, as y'all know, you can't just put in your mouth as soon as it's come out, unless you're really trying to burn your mouth wide open. Huh? All right, there we go. Let me go ahead and try this one with a little bit of aioli sauce. That was the perfect amount of salt on there. Still kind of hot, but very, very good. It's going to cool down enough for me to at least give a taste of it. So the aioli sauce, oh, I lied. I did add a little lemon juice. I'm tasting citrus. I did add a little lemon juice. Let's take a bite without that sauce. Pretty darn good if I'm do say so myself. Now, I will say this. because this is one of them, it's a leftover meal. This is not something that's always going to taste the same every time you cook it, because it largely depends on how you season your chicken or your beef or whatever leftover you want. I done these leftover meals with taquitos, I done egg rolls, I done sandwiches, but the whole purpose, and I might do a whole series of these, is if you have that food that you done made too much of and you don't want to throw it out of the way, but you're tired of having that same recipe, repurpose that meal into something else. Hey, oh yeah, it is, my cousin Lisa. Yes, it actually is pretty doggone tasty. But that's a way you can take leftover meals and reuse them. Because let's face it, we often tend to cook way too much food than we can eat in the whole family, and then you eat it for lunch, and like, I'm tired of it. Some of us are put in the freezer and sit there for 6 months, and then you realize you're never going to eat it and you throw it away. Some of us just throw it away. Me personally, I don't like throwing away food, so I try and repurpose meals. So I think I might do a series next time. I'm going to practice a whole lot better on wrapping these shells before I do it. But let's go ahead and taste this flauta one, which is my preferred one anyway, because I prefer flour over corn. Now that's the one. That right there is the one. Now, y'all like corn, y'all go with corn. I'm going to tell you right now, for the recipes I'm going to do, for my daughter, I'm going to use these flour tortillas and go from there. So I'm going to go from taquitos to flautas, because that's my preferred. But the flour one, that right there is the kicker. Same recipe, just put in the flour. As always, folks, you know in Create Simple Meals, we only have those 3 rules. You must have passion, you must have patience, and you must be willing to practice. Email me and let me know, is the new format with the new screenshots working? We're going to work on some new developments here. And please, don't forget to subscribe to YouTube. And if you hit that notification bell so you know we're on, please like and follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. And don't forget to tap into us on TikTok. For this recipe and all previous recipes and shows, visit createsimplemeals.com. Email me at askme@createsimplemeals.com. While you're on there, hit that chat button. You can talk with me directly. And again, please share this video with your friends and family. I will see y'all next Tuesday when I'll figure out something between now and Monday on what I'm going to cook. But I'll see y'all right back here at 7 o'clock on YouTube, Facebook, and the next day we always post it on Instagram TV. See you soon.